Hello and welcome everybody to week number 3 of the Strictly Business Racing Series. We're back, another week, another race with some of the best racers on the game of Wreckfest. So far, you have seen one oval track and one road course. Well, we're coming back to an oval, and it's not like any other oval on this game. It is flat, tight, tempers are going to flare, and the only way to pass is to hit somebody. I'm joined in the booth always by my good friend Wired. What's going on, Wired?
Not too much, B-Dog. I'm excited to watch this race and let the carnage happen.
That's right. You said let the carnage happen. Well, the carnage is going to happen on only really one track on this game, and it's Kingston. So let's talk about Kingston Raceway for a minute.
Kingston Raceway is a very tight oval here on Wreckfest with lots of different things that can alter how your race ends. The inside berms on the corners can grab you and pull you in many different directions, and the outside walls can also grab you and pull you in, make you lose, 3, 4, 5 spots. The inside line is key here. If you're on that outside line, you're going to lose many positions. You're going to get shuffled back, and going 3, 4 wide here is definitely scary.
It's definitely scary indeed, but as you said, Wired, the emphasis is on that inside line, and drivers will do anything, as you guys are going to see, to get to that inside line, and they don't make friends throughout this race. And you're going to see on full display as we're doing 30 laps around Kingston Raceway. The vehicle that we're going to be using for this competition is going to be the Class C Raven. Now, it is kind of like a stock car type of NASCAR vehicle, but it is Class C, so it's not going to be as fast, and it should produce better, closer racing. Especially on a track like this, you don't want to have too much horsepower, or the racing just becomes unbearable. The drivers become miserable, everything just becomes miserable the more horsepower you have on this track. So we tone down the horsepower, but I promise you, we're not going to be toning down the aggression. So I think you heard enough of us. So it's time for you guys to sit back, relax, pull them belts tight, and get ready for the green flag. Man, I am ready to see these guys take on 30 laps at Kingston Raceway. Wired, I mean, we talked about the track, everything that needs to be said and needs to be done in order to have a successful race here. We're about to turn these guys loose.
Yeah, this is going to be a crazy race. Kingston always produces some fun, tight, action-packed racing, and I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of beating and banging, a lot of tempers flaring, but there's going to be a lot of door-to-door racing. So we got 30 laps here around this nice short circuit. We got 13 drivers ready to duke it out. So it looks like the pace car is going to be going around one more lap. You can see the 4-wide camera, all the beautiful shots that we have courtesy of our drivers. What's the one driver you're going to look out for tonight?
Man, one driver that I'm always looking at when it comes to these ovals is definitely Zuri's. He's proven to us time and time again that he's very consistent in his line and can always run really well.
Well, we're going to see if he can run really well, as AYDY is going to lead us to the green flag, and we are underway for 30 laps at Kingston Raceway. We already got somebody on their side. We're trying to get on their side.
Yeah, that inside berm can be a little scary for sure. It can grab you, pull you many different ways. As you see, Zuri's is riding on top of it a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like some of these guys try to get on it to rotate their car a little bit. Like, you see Ty Hard's on it. Well, I think he's just using it to put his nose where there's not room for it, though.
Yeah, he's definitely one that it's always enjoying that little bit of nose shoving into the back of people and trying to find any space he can get.
Yeah, and that's the second time we see Colt Chevy went up on that berm. I mean, these guys are 3-4 wide. Ty hits the berm again. Everyone's hitting the berm. We see the field flying by. There's not a lot of room to be negotiated with, and some of these guys think they're the world's best negotiator, but they're not.
Yeah, and as you can see with all these guys fighting, AYDY and Zuri's are just stepping away from this field like it's no issues.
Yeah, I mean, you have like a cluster from like 4th to 8th. These guys just 3 wide, 2 wide, 2 wide. I mean, you just cannot get away. This is what Kingston is. It's a flat track. The inside lane is king. As you can see, Squeller right there. He's on the inside of the 3 wide. Oh, him and Soul Pun about had an issue right there. But it looks like everything was able to be negotiated out.
Yeah, and another thing with this track is these walls on the outside. There's some spots that stick out for no apparent reason. Somebody at the back there had to reset. Looks like it was Captain.
Yeah, and I think that's going to bring out a caution. So guys, if you just hang out with us, we're going to be back to some green flag racing here very shortly. The guys at Strictly Business will be creating a new podcast. The Strictly Business After Hour podcast will be starting very soon. Make sure you are subscribed to the Strictly Business YouTube channel. As well, check out their website for all the updates regarding Strictly Business. And it looks like the field is hot and ready. We got some technical difficulties on the screen, but here we go. We're popping it up. This side-by-side cam from 10th and 3rd place. That way you guys can see the carnage from the front of the pack to the back of the pack.
Yeah, and carnage this track can produce for sure. Like we said, this is going to be a tight, door-banging, rough racing here at Kingston.
I mean, these guys are 4 wide. You can see it on board with Captain Napkins. I mean, you got to find a way to fit in, and fit in is the hardest part about this track.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're taking that outside line, you're just going to get shuffled farther and farther back every single corner.
Yeah, some guys can make it work. I feel like maybe that has something to do with the type of vehicle. Some guys seem to make it work better than others, or that person on the inside is just not as talented as he needs to be to make the inside work. But like you said, if you're on the outside, 9 times out of 10, you're getting shuffled back. As we can see, Soul Pun, he cannot get down. I mean, it's just a train on that inside line. Nobody else is trying to go anywhere. And the only way Soul Pun's going to get down is if he did what he just did, was slam on brakes and get behind King Saturn.
Yeah, and he got into D-West a little bit there, and D-West get pushed into the wall a little bit, and you know that's the type of thing you got to do to get that inside line here.
Yeah, you have to give up that current ground you're fighting in order for the bigger picture. And a lot of guys don't want to do that. They don't want to break. They're like, why break? But sometimes it's beneficial if you know there's a gap behind that driver, break and get into it, and then set yourself up for the next few laps.
Yeah, exactly. As you can see, like these top 5 guys here are just running away from the guys in the back who are all fighting, trying to get that inside line.
Yeah, and AYDY, he's still up there in the front. Zuri's is hot on his tail. W and Schwartz. I mean, you got the 3 fastest drivers, 3 of the fastest drivers in the game in your rearview mirror if you're AYDY. But I think another caution is out as everyone's starting to slow down. Indeed, another caution is out. So, guys, we're going to take another break. We're going to get everything restacked, repacked. I mean, this is just Kingston. There's going to be a lot of cautions. Every night, some of the best personalities across the gaming industry live stream on the Strictly Business's Twitch stream. If you guys aren't aware of what the Twitch stream is, the link will be down in the description below. I promise you, if you check it out, you will fall in love. So make sure when you go check out the Twitch stream, you give them a follow and subscribe. The guys at Strictly Business love creating content, and creating content for loyal fans is our #1 mission.
So we're getting ready to go back to green here. Everyone's stacked back up 2 wide. We're coming around to the start finish, and we are going green, green, green one more time here at Kingston.
Yeah, we're on board with Teague right now. He's starting in the very back. I wanted to just show the viewers how chaotic this racetrack truly is. I mean, he's just hugging the bottom line and hoping for the best. You cannot let a driver get to the inside like Captain Napkins looks like he's trying to get to the inside of him. And you just cannot let that happen. I mean, you see cars just going everywhere. Look how beat up these cars are. I mean, they are absolutely demolished, and all of them are still running fairly fine.
Yeah, and especially after only just over halfway, as T gets kicked a little sideways there, he's able to recover. But only halfway through, and these cars are getting demolished as somebody hit that berm and started flying.
Oh, and Squeller is around. He got turned around in front of the whole entire field. I think that wall reached out and grabbed him. That outside wall, it's like it has hands. If you get too close to it, it will grab you and it will spin you out. But it looks like we're still under green. M. Schwartz was able to get around AYDY, and that might be all she wrote, because we're coming up on about 10, 11 laps to go, and M. Schwartz is Mr. Consistent. Him and Zuri's, they are Mr. Consistent.
Yeah, absolutely. And with something happened with W during that last restart, and he's kind of fallen to the hands of the back of the pack. So I definitely agree. It's going to be up to Schwartz to keep it consistent and error free.
Yeah, we officially have 10 laps to go. I know the last thing Schwartz wants to see is a caution, because these cautions, these restarts at this track, as you already seen twice in this video, are absolutely chaotic.
Yeah, Solpun hits the berm there and gets kicked out wide, loses a position, possibly two. But looking at the front, Zuri's is sitting right on the bumper of AYDY here, not giving him any room as he slides to the inside, trying to get that inside line, and he's able to push him out just enough to get that line.
I want to point out something. We just saw how the top three vehicles, how their cars look. They look like they haven't been touched. Versus the guys in the back, they look like they've been put through a meat grinder. I mean, guys, pay attention the next time when we show the top three versus these cars. Look at these cars. These cars look like they have seen better days. I mean, there's rubble all on the track. You can see it. I mean, there's debris everywhere on the track. And then when we get to the top three, it's just like, what traffic? I mean, my car's spotless.
Yeah, it looks like they just pulled him right off the showroom floor and threw him on the racetrack. Have been having a great time.
Yeah, if nobody says anything about going around this track, I think they can return the car for book value. But, oh, the caution is out. So, guys, I mean, another caution. I mean, that's just all about how it is. So the fields are going to get all caught up, and we're going to go back racing with a few laps left. Now, I know everybody loves good merchandise. As you can see up on the screen, there's some fresh drops that will be releasing soon. You guys are going to need to be on the lookout for this official Strictly Business apparel. I know I'm going to cop me some gear as soon as it's released. So guys, make sure you join the Discord. Link will be down in the description below for all updates regarding Strictly Business. Well, we're back to go racing. We got 31 out of 35 laps completed. We're going to have 4 to go when they cross the line, and we are back underway. As you can see, we got that side-by-side cam. Drivers are just pushing everywhere they can. 3-4 wide. No one's going to lift. It's go time. They're 4 wide right here. Squeller's on the inside. W wants to undercut. He's trying to get a BOGO 2-for-1 special on these guys right now.
Yeah, and D-West didn't let him have it easy. He slid it in there perfectly so that W couldn't drop all the way down, and was able to get those positions on him because of it.
So you can see on the right of the screen, our leader, M. Schwartz, he was able to break away from the field, and D. Westberg, he's trying to just get the top 5, but he's getting pounced on by I Think I Can W.
Yeah, and whenever you have a guy like I Think I Can W in your mirror, the pressure is on, that's for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. And you see on that little screen right there, that is our leader. We're going to keep the eyes on our leader because it's his time to shine. He was able, as the white flag is out, he was able to get around AYDY about halfway through this race. And he's a back straight away from winning this.
Yeah, absolutely. He ran this race perfectly, in my opinion. He was able to make all the right moves as he comes around this last corner. And it looks like the winner for race number 3 is going to be M. Schwartz.
Yep, and then Zuri's gets second, Squeller third, AYDY fourth, and I Think I Can W rounds out the top 5. You can see the rest of the lineups for yourself, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more on this channel, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. The guys at PRA, the racers, the content team, they love putting out these videos for the fans. We love doing this, guys. So if you could support us by clicking that like button, come check out Prodigy Racing Association. Make sure you subscribe to PRA and Strictly Business, and we'll see you guys next week.